now to the light heavyweight division. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing the blue corner. At 6'1", weighing in 204.4 pounds, his professional record 14 wins, 4 losses. Out of Stuttgart, Poland, Maciej Różański. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the red corner at 5'11", weighing in 205.4 pounds, ranked now at number 7. As a professional, he brings 20 victories, 7 defeats, 1 draw from Ashgabat, Turkmenistan. Introducing Dovlet Yagshimuradov. And your referee, in charge, Frank Trigg.
Dovlet Yagshimuradov looking for his 3rd consecutive victory. Różański looking to bounce back from a unanimous decision loss to Carl Moore at Bellator 291 this past February.
Thank you.
Light heavyweight set to go 3 rounds or less here at Pechanga Arena, San Diego, California. You're watching the prelims. Bellator 300, and Yagshimuradov has been a part of a World Grand Prix. Came in and, right into the deep end, John, against Corey Anderson and Carl Albertson. Lost both fights, but now has bounced back with 2 consecutive wins, including an impressive win over Julius Anglixis at Bellator 292 in March.
That was a great win against Anglixis. And yeah, he came into Bellator and they put him in the deep end of the pool against Corey Anderson right away. But he's a smaller light heavyweight, but he's fast, he's elusive, he's got a ton of spinning attacks, and he's got power with speed.
And he's one of the favorites at that. The Murderer's Row of talented American top team. I mean, we wax poetic about it every show. It bears repeating. They are just that good. And he's a guy who is always keeping everybody happy and light and always there to do whatever it takes, including what he's doing right now.
Exactly. A bunch of guys that are foreigners there just light up the room there, and he's one of them. He's a guy that will help you in any way. He'll be your sparring partner. He'll help you in your game when you got a fight coming up. He's just a good person and a great partner to have in the gym.
Right hand from Różański, who has never been finished. He is 14-4, 1-1 in the Bellator MMA cage. Yagshimuradov, he is 2-2 in Bellator, 27-1 overall.
Well, this one, Różański is either controlling the center of the cage or coming forward. That's when he's best. That's where he made the mistake against Carl Moore. He allowed Carl Moore to control the center of the cage too much.
Yeah, and he just took that right hand. I was going to mention, though, when you talked about it in the tail of the tape, he feels he is going to exploit his reach advantage, use his boxing game, but here's Yagshimuradov connecting with some hard shots.
Yeah, but when a guy understands footwork, he can take that range and that distance and make it work for him.
And that's what Yagshimuradov is doing. Lateral movement left and right, now circling to the right. 2 minutes elapsed here in the first round. Różański out of the...
That was a nice, clean overhand right.
It's funny, his nickname is Spartan, and of course Bellator 300, we'll hear more about that coming up in our open, but a fitting nickname for an event number 300 for Maciej Różański, and there's a calf kick by Yagshimuradov. So both of these light heavyweights coming forward, both of them having their moments.
Did you see what he did with his leg? That was a back kick.
Yes, and a heel strike.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Różański having a little bit of trouble with all that movement. Not able to, he wants to set his feet.
Good intentions of going to the body to try to slow down that movement.
You're absolutely right. When you got a guy that keeps on moving, don't try to hit him to the head. Go to that more big target, stationary target, the body.
2 minutes left here in the first round. Yagshimuradov measuring up. Różański moves to his right. Różański looking to use that jab as a blinding technique. And he almost got rocked with that lead left hook from Yagshimuradov. And yet, there's a spinning.
That's what I'm talking about. Look, he's fast when he wants to be.
And Yagshimuradov needs to get that head off center line before, Różański needs to take that half center line before Yagshimuradov takes it off for him.
Yeah, Yagshimuradov is doing a great job with his head movement, putting his head to the side when he's throwing. He is.
Różański not so much.
No, he's got that head is just stationary right down the middle, and that's why you're seeing Yagshimuradov have such success right now.
And he's mixing it up, going to the lead leg with, again, the calf kick, and just picking up those steps, utilizing the real estate of the cage, and the right uppercut by Yagshimuradov to the jaw of Różański, who marches forward. Under a minute left in the round.
This is the one place that Yagshimuradov needs to be careful. Don't put your back against the cage.
With 2 shots from Różański.
You see that nice big black circle in the middle of that cage? That's where you want to be.
1, 2, 3 punch combination from Yagshimuradov. Overhand right lands for Yagshimuradov, and Różański following him, not cutting it off, and eats another uppercut from Yagshimuradov.
So look for Yagshimuradov to start looking towards that uppercut. You're looking at Różański keeps on dipping that head down, and he's doing it to the right more often than ever. There it goes again, and Yagshimuradov's going to start to read that.
Naked shot by Yagshimuradov does take Różański off his feet, but time will run out before Yagshimuradov is able to exploit this advantageous position. Yagshimuradov started as a karateka, wanted to start fighting, got into MMA, and now this is his 29th professional fight. Round number 2 against Maciej Różański, who is fighting as a professional for the 19th time and just ate that left uppercut. Check left hook from Yagshimuradov. Good counter strike by Różański. And Różański coming forward much more aggressively.
That's what his corner was basically telling. You can see that you're going to have to go after. You can't let him have that freedom of range. But the one thing that I'm seeing from Yagshimuradov,
he just rocked Yagshimuradov with that right hand.
He's hurt.
Yagshimuradov forced to retreat. Różański, the boxer, and he gets clipped by a counter strike from Yagshimuradov. High trauma here in the second round. Level change by Yagshimuradov, able to take Różański down, and after he tasted the power, the Polish power of Różański, he said, let's take it to the canvas, shall we?
I think we're going to slow this down a little bit, which was smart and very well done by Yagshimuradov.
Somewhere Ivan Putski is smiling. Polish power himself. So let's see Różański now with a BJJ black belt, has 9 submission wins, so is comfortable off his back, John. Last submission win came back in 2020 with the Von Flue choke.
Very nice. Nicely done, but you can see he's using an open guard, but he's trying to move his hips. Yagshimuradov just staying centered on him.
He's in the wrong position for a Von Flue now, but
just a little.
If he attacks the neck, maybe Yagshimuradov.
Well, as you're seeing Różański trying to take it off center, move his hips, that's a big elbow landed by Yagshimuradov.
And Yagshimuradov wants to posture up and rain down those shots. Look for his 13th finish due to strikes.
See, here's that type of position when you're talking about Yagshimuradov got hurt by Różański. But now, Różański on his back, he's taking more and more shots, and he's just slowly and systematically allowing Yagshimuradov to take the round over from him. He needs to figure out, if I'm not going to be able to get that submission, let me either go for the reversal or get my butt back to my feet.
Yeah, he told us, too, that loss to Carl Moore, what it taught him, I mean, you have to be ready for anything. It is mixed martial arts, but he felt that he needed to, start thinking a little more cerebrally. And here now, again, facing Yagshimuradov in top position. Różański cannot settle, trying to stay active, trying to find a way to reverse sweep or get it back to its feet. And there now it's got the hooks in, butterfly hook.
He's got the butterfly hooks in, but he keeps allowing Yagshimuradov.
Can the elevator go up, though, John?
Yagshimuradov's doing a great job of having heavy hips. Every time you see Różański start to try to elevate it, he just allows his hips to get very heavy. Różański can't move him. So from what I'm seeing, he's not able to elevate and get that reversal, so he's got to get himself back to his feet.
And the ground and pound has scored for Dovlet Yagshimuradov. Różański does get to his feet, but continues to eat shots from Yagshimuradov.
But great effort by Różański to say, you know what, I got to get out of here. That's exactly what he did.
And Yagshimuradov with a big edge in the striking department at a 56% clip. So tremendous start. And now Różański turning the tables, but gets hit with a right and another right as they break apart.
See if Różański can start moving. Oh, Yagshimuradov back towards that fence. That's where he's had the most success.
Yagshimuradov looking at the clock, hands down, trying to utilize his lateral movement, trying to find a way to land another hard shot. A minute left in the second. Body kick by Różański.
Nice, clean body kick by Różański that had power on it. It's going to take some starch away from Yagshimuradov.
And Yagshimuradov hasn't been the same since he tasted the power of Różański in terms of engaging in the offense. We saw him take him down, but here now he's on the periphery, utilizing lateral motion. There's a kick from Yagshimuradov. Would you agree, John?
You're absolutely right. And I guarantee when he gets back to his corner, Art Levin, who is a fantastic coach,
yes,
unbelievable kickboxing legend, he's going to start to get on him and say, hey, I don't care how much you're moving. I need you to throw, and I need you to be offensive.
Well, Różański said his boxing would prove to be advantageous, has had moments of success here in round two. As we go to the third and final round of this duel at light heavyweight. So much great action to come your way here tonight as we get set for the third and a final round between Dovlet Yagshimuradov with the red tape around those commemorative golden gloves, and Maciej Różański with the blue tape around his gloves, and they start throwing their gloves.
That's what you need to see Yagshimuradov do. He needs to start opening up with those combinations that got him, were so successful for him in the first round.
How do you have it here going into the final round, John, on your unofficial scorecard?
I have Różański needs to do something special in this round. I have Yagshimuradov up 2-0.
Różański keeping his attack boxing-centric. The textbook 1-2 needs to move his head off the center line as he ate the 1-2 from Yagshimuradov.
See, but he doesn't take it off the center line. He just kind of brings his traps up, brings his neck in, and just like absorbs the shot. And it's great, but you're getting hit.
That's one form of defense, I guess. Oh, wow. Both of them delivering with bad intentions. Yagshimuradov both going for the level change. Yagshimuradov snatches the single, has Różański against the fence, looking for the high crotch, looking to take Różański for a ride. Plants him face first now into the open guard of Różański.
That was a great job by Yagshimuradov because Różański did grab the cage and the pad in trying to stop it.
Yagshimuradov 3 of 5 in the takedown department. Has scored a takedown in each round of this fight.
Yeah, he did get a takedown right at the end of the first round.
Yeah.
Almost forgot about that.
See, I've forgotten more than I'll ever know, so don't worry about it.
But in this position, you got to go back to that second round and what Yagshimuradov was able to do. If you're Różański, you know, I've just got to get myself back.
We discussed this earlier, John. He's got the half butterfly hook in,
Yep,
but earlier in the second round, he was unable to elevate Yagshimuradov, and now Yagshimuradov back to a vertical base, and Różański in the butt scoop position here. Little old school seal in the MMA cage.
You'd always be careful of putting your head in front of your hips. Keep your hips in front of your head, you'll be safe.
Attempt by Yagshimuradov, but Różański maintains. Past the midpoint of the final round. Yagshimuradov trying to get full mount, but again, up against the fence, running out of real estate, has Różański pinned, feeds him a right hand to the face. Różański now looking to swivel, and now he has Yagshimuradov against the fence, delivers an up kick.
He does, but you can see Yagshimuradov just basically putting himself back into the guard, comfortable there. Różański not really coming up with much as far as any type of submission attempts. He tried to change the angles, get a little bit of a position on Yagshimuradov. He's never been able to hold it.
Różański has never been finished.
There he goes again, trying to see him trying to change that angle. Yagshimuradov squares right back up.
Różański representing Berserker's team in Poland. Had the huge reach advantage, but on his back here with just over a minute left in the final round.
Big elbow. These elbow shots that Yagshimuradov is landing, they're clean and they're hard.
Under a minute left in the fight. Różański being maneuvered to the cage in no position. He wants to try to wall walk up to his feet, but Yagshimuradov will try to keep the pressure on him from top position.
Yagshimuradov doing a great job of taking away that posting hand. That's why he remained where he was at.
Crowd getting a little restless, but Yagshimuradov, smothering Różański, grinding away. Wants to secure his third consecutive win while sending Różański to his first two-fight losing streak. And with time now ticking away, Yagshimuradov looking to deliver some ground and pound as Różański's been cut up.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go now to your three judges. Your first, Derek Cleary, scores it 30-27, while judges Wade Vieira and Hadi Muhammad Ali sees it the same, 29-28. All three have it for the winner by unanimous decision. Dovlet Yagshimuradov.